Hold on. Sorry about that. I messed up. I messed up. Um, I apparently put my microphone up to my headset, so you guys would probably didn't hear me very well. Also, my voice is still shot until now. Pneumonia does that to you, apparently. So, let me try this again. So hello, welcome. This is Gwendy from NS2D Studios, and today we are gonna do a bit of a Q&A, but it's gonna be different from the last time wherein I did a breakdown of the animation. Because this time around, I actually went ahead and gathered some questions through my YouTube community tab post, and I prepared those questions. And also, if you guys have any questions at all, just hold them back because I might be able to answer them already. Like people who submitted their questions might have already, you know, asked your question. So, just to save us time. And then if you have follow up questions, I'll address them. So here's how things are going to work tonight or today, this afternoon, wherever you may be. So after every question, I'll answer and then I'll check the chat for any follow up questions. Okay? And then we'll move on from there. Let me just make sure that my music, the backgrounds, hold on. The background music is on loop because I want to make sure that there's no disturbances or anything like that. Hold on. Because I don't want like interrupted music or anything. But yeah, the music that you're hearing right now is like the background music for Vengeance Saga, but this is not made by, this is not official, okay? Just to be clear. Okay, we're already at Dangerous, so let me just play that for a bit. Let me just make sure this is on loop. Can you guys hear the music? Is it too loud? Is it too soft? Is it too soft? So in the meantime, while I'm checking, I'm gonna go and see if I can possibly greet everyone because that's usually what I do with my live streams. I try to greet as many people as possible. So here we go. Hello, Otis Sanity. Hello, Star 2.0. Hello, Caterts. Is that Caterts? Hello, James Saroni. Chloe. I can never pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. I'll just call you Chloe. Hello, Kyla. Hello, Eves. Hello, Beebs. Hello, Crystal R. Viridian Serve. Hello. Sylvana. Hello. Gabrielle. Hello again. Luke the Rooster. Hello again. Lipton. Hello. Balance. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Artake. Hello. Welcome again. The Scene. Hello. Let's see, who else? Who else? D9, hello, welcome to the live stream. Heidi, hello. Rockin, hello, hello, hello. Seeing some familiar faces, some new faces. All things Paleofauna, hello. Yeah, I know it's kind of late, but I'm back to my night shift work, you guys. So you can expect some late night streams, especially for fellow Filipinos. So yeah. Let's see, who else? Who else? Let me just make sure that Epic Animatics, hello, welcome. First time here, welcome. Things can get chaotic because I'm actually quite chaotic. Arctic, did I already greet you? I forgot. I'm always happy to see you. Weeby Monster, hello. Crystal Crates, hello. Kira Sintai, hello. And let me see. Froylan Dragon, hello. I can't read it. Nemesis, I guess. Hello. Uy! Dromitsu! Guys, Dromitsu is basically my right-hand man in animation. Like, he did a lot of work with God Games, especially with the backgrounds and everything for visual development. So, I can always rely on him. Check out his YouTube channel, by the way. He has some cool epic stuff coming up. Let's see. Yeah, I can't wait for Pipino time as well. I'm gonna try to have them really, really soon. Mr. K, thanks. Hello. Yeah, it's been a while. And I guess that is everyone. Thank you so much, guys. So, like I said earlier, we will be answering those burning questions that I have collected. And again, after every question, I will pause and check the chat for any follow up questions before we proceed with the next set of questions. Bear Hug Spam, hello, welcome back to the live stream. Okay, so is the music too loud? Is it okay? Can you guys still hear me? I hope so. Because my mic is like all the way up. Sometimes you're probably gonna hear my husband cough in the background, so please don't mind it. It's a feature, not a glitch. Okay, that's awesome. Thanks for verifying, BB Monster. Um, let's see. Uh, okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, now let's go ahead and start. I'll actually be chopping up this. I'm actually recording in one side this entire stream. That way I can chop it up later and post it as little bit of snippets. Bitter Snails! Hello! Guys, Bitter Snails is the animatic creator for, if you remember that part, boy, that with Antinous in Legendary. That's Bitter Snails right there. Welcome to the live stream. Kama Lemzi, another one of my lovely assistants and also a great epic animatic creator herself. Welcome to the live stream. There's some awesome people here. This is so cool. Well, I'm feeling great. It's just that my voice, I know my voice does not sound great, okay? But I'm totally feeling awesome. And hopefully things are gonna continue to look up, you know. So many talented individuals in his chat. Yes, exactly. I'm so happy. So anyway, hello Sino Zero. Yes, I'm feeling a lot better. So expect more regular streams in the future. So now let's go ahead and start with those questions. But let me just take a moment to hide some stuff here that shouldn't be here. Because if I leave this up, oops, see, I told you I missed that one. I missed out on that one. Yeah, I need to hide that one. I need to hide this logo and show you guys, start showing guys the slideshow. Yeah, that's Star Kid. I'm definitely better. Hello, Robbie, Bobby, Tommy. Hello, Natalie. Guys, also from time to time, I may not be like checking the chat. But don't worry. Like I said earlier, after every question, and one person might have multiple questions. So, but after every question, I will check the chat and see if there are any follow-up questions. Okay. So let us begin. Okay. Let me just make my screen bigger. Why did I make my screen small? Okay, I just want to check. Okay, here it is. This question comes from Best Dressed Veggie, although I'm pretty sure that's Hermes Onion. I recognize that profile picture anywhere. It says here, hey Gwendy, congrats on traumatizing all of the epic community once again. Here is my question. Whose idea was it to have Hermes wear the caduceus as a necklace? Okay, I'll answer this first question. It was my idea. So what happened there was when Jay commissioned me for the dangerous animatic, I was waiting for him to get back to me with details. He already told me that he wanted Hermes to dance and Odysseus to just be fighting for his life. That's just it. That's all that he told me. And he didn't really like get into details yet. So while waiting, I decided I'm gonna go ahead and play around. So I animated Hermes. He never even, like Jay never even told me he's supposed to have the caduceus. He didn't at all. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna have fun. Let's use the caduceus because he doesn't have the, you know, the helmet, so might as well see if I can get away with the caduceus, the staff. So I went ahead and did a rough animation of him throwing his staff, and then the staff shrinks down to size and becomes a pendant and a necklace, right? And he wears that necklace And that's why he was able to dance all throughout the song without having to worry about the staff. Now, I sent that animation, that very rough animation, to Jay, and he loved it so much. In fact, I told him, hey, you can actually, maybe make a Hermes merch, like kind of say a pendant. And he was like, he paused and was like, Wendy, everything you touch turns to gold. So I don't know what he's implying, but he might be implying that we might actually see an official Hermes pendant, caduceus merch in the very near future. At least I'm hoping. So let me check the chat. That was the first question. Again, after every question, I will check the chat for any follow-up questions. If there's no follow-up question, we will move on to the next question. And like I also said, certain people may have multiple questions at once. Okay, where do I put this thing? Okay, let me just. I'm adjusting my software right now. What the heck? Okay, okay, I think I've adjusted this one. I'm just gonna scroll. Uh, we're gonna welcome again to the people who just came in. Um, Happy to see you guys, familiar faces and new faces as well. Um, I think there are no follow-up questions to that one. So to proceed to the next question from Best Dressed Veggie, and I'm pretty sure that again that's Hermes Onion. Um, how satisfying was it to see your finished work? Oh my God, you guys have no idea how fulfilling it was to actually see it finished. Because there was a point in time where I didn't think that I would be able to finish it. Um, as some of you may know, uh, I was not able to submit the dangerous animation rather until the 29th of October. Yeah, yeah. The commission was done like early September, or rather, it started in early September, and then we didn't finish until the 29th of October. And that's because I had to work on and off because I got really, really sick. You guys know this story already. To those who don't know, you can check my YouTube channel for the explanation. I actually got hospitalized. I'm not going to go into details, but please take the time to check out that video. It's going to be worth your time. Um, Also, even with 600 Strike Finale, that was like, I did not know if I even would make it or be able to make it. Um, and it was submitted 6 hours before the deadline, before the premiere. Like seriously, 6 hours before the premiere, and I feel so bad because I only just learned that Jay barely slept for 2 days, and now I'm thinking it's my fault because he was waiting for me to finish, and he was like every time I messaged him at almost any hour of the day he would reply, and I'm like, oh, he's very active tonight, or today, or this morning, this afternoon, or whatever, and I didn't realize, and now I feel so bad. Oh my God. And now I think and now I think like this must be how Jay felt when I was working while sick, because I actually like sent him a video of like I sent him a video of my laptop, right, with the rough animation, and then I switched the camera over to myself, and I was hooked up to an IV. I was hooked up to an oxygen tank with a thingy on my nose, and I'm like, "Hi Jay, I'm sorry you had to learn about this way." And then I went on talking about how sorry I was, how thankful I was that he commissioned me because I was able to get the care that I needed. So now I'm thinking, oh my God, so this must be how Jay felt. Like, I feel terrible for having to like put him in that. But of course, I also like acknowledge the fact that he was really also excited about the Vinland Saga. But then I can't shake this nagging feeling that he might have like stayed up to like be always present for when I have updates with the 600 strike finale. Anyway, that's the answer to the question. It's actually more than satisfying. It's fulfilling. So I'm gonna check if there are any follow-up questions before we proceed to the next one. Um, Let me see. Uh, I love the caduceus necklace as necklace. Such a good little design choice. Thank you, Bitter Snails. It was just really some silly good fun. I honestly thought that Jay wouldn't like it, in that he would like scrap it altogether, but he loved it the moment he saw it. And then the moment I told him, "Hey, you can like make it into merch," he loved it even more. So hello Nicole, good to see you. What kind of reference did you have for his dance moves? Jay sent me a reference video. Hold on. If you want to see the reference video, it's actually in his YouTube channel. Everything you see there is all that he sent me. There's nothing else. So if you're thinking that Jay actually sent me a twerking video, no, he did not. But I did take some sort of inspiration from when he tried, emphasis on try, when he tried to twerk in the Thunder Saga promo when he was dancing to Thunderbringer. Let's see. Let me see. How did Jay like your Hermes short? Oh, he loved it. He absolutely loved it. Of course, Jay needs to make sure that everything is up to his standards before he approves of anything. So, towards the very end, he was like looking at every frame, and then once he's satisfied, that's when he says, "Oh my God, I'm so happy! Just okay, feel free to send it to me," something like that, and then like the HD file and all that. Is the thingies on Hermes' shoes like his helmet, the wings? Yes, it is. Those are the wing sandals, Natalie. Um, you want me to sleep like a baby? Sleep like a baby, like a newborn. Every 3 hours or every hour wakes up. That Starkid asks, how come this Hermes doesn't wear sunglasses? I'm used to it by now. Oh, yeah, about that. Um, we did. The thing is, the Troy Hermes. I think that's already a character in his own right, and I believe that Jay wanted to differentiate from Troy's Hermes versus the Epic Hermes. Although technically they're both Epic Hermes, but they're both different iterations of the same character for the same fandom. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much why the glasses are not included. Did I ask? No, I did not. But I don't think the glasses were really necessary. We would have like I would have actually had a hard time animating that, to be honest, having like glasses all the time. Let me see. Let me just check. Bitter Snow says he replied so quick it actually scared me. Do you sleep? I know, right? Um, balance while typing, while eating. But do you have any other ideas that kind of say before coming up with the final? Like the small necklace becoming a staff back to a necklace again or something? Oh, I did not. Um, in fact, with the final part, the outro, it took a while for Jay to nail that down. I had the final with the caduceus still as a pendant, but eventually Jay decided, oh, let's just turn it into the big staff again. We don't have to show the necklace becoming like a giant, like a big staff again. Just have Hermes twirl it, throw it in the air, catch it, do a bow, and do a fist bump with Odysseus, and that's it. So yeah, I had no plans. I was really relying on Jay a lot for this particular song. Let me just make sure that I don't miss anything. Sleep does not exist in this fandom. Kamalimzi, Jay probably thought you were dying. Um, Actually, Tell you the truth, I felt that I was. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna even sugarcoat it. I felt that I was. I was so scared, guys. I was so scared. It got to a point that I told my husband, "Oh, you have my cards. You have everything. You have access to all my stuff. You can do." And my husband was already crying at that point because I was like, I don't want to be like my cousin, okay, where she didn't leave anything behind. I because unfortunately my cousin did pass from COVID, and she didn't leave any will or uh any message at all. So I didn't want to be like that. So but thankfully I pulled through. Thankfully I pulled through. So I think the moment I told him that my oxygen levels was 89%, he got really scared because apparently 94% is already an emergency. And guys, remember Jay used to be a medical student, so he knows about these things. Yeah, he was a medical student. Which did you finish first, 600 strike or dangerous? Dangerous. Dangerous first because that started early. 600 strike much later. Let's see. Why is Hermes Thunder rising in the corner? Because he can. Um, because he can, darling. Ocho Ocho Hermes. Oh yeah, guys. Before that was known as twerking, it was it became popular in the Philippines years ahead of its time. It was called the Ocho Ocho dance in our country. How long did it take you to animate 600 Strike or Dangerous? Dangerous, I started, we started discussing and pre-production early September, and the final file was submitted on October 29th. Again, you have to remember I was working on this on and off because I was really sick. And for 600 Strike, 14 days. I broke the record because with God Games that was finished in 19 days. 45 seconds finished in 19 days. With the 600 strike finale, 14 days. And I'm so thankful for my team. Like if they hadn't been there and if I hadn't been able to rely on them to do their tasks, Dromisu, Kamalemzi, Novi, Nathan Kwan, like I am so thankful that these guys are part of my team, and I'm so happy that they were so fast and they were up with me almost every hour as well. They were staying up with me as well, so I'm so happy. They also check up on me, especially Dromisu is constantly checking up on me, and yeah, I'm just really happy, and also the thing is the main reason why I say the record was broken because like I said, God Games was 45 seconds long, finished in 19 days. The first 45 seconds of 600 Strike was finished in 4 days. And I say 4 days because 2 days was for rough animation and another 2 days for production and post-production of the first 45 seconds. And the first 2 days of pre-production for 600 Strike was done in the hospital while I was in the hospital. Um, and then when I got out, I spent another 2 days by myself, inking, coloring, shading, drawing backgrounds, post-producing everything. So the first 45 seconds is all completely just me. Then the rest of the minute and 15, I don't know, I can't count. I can't calculate. I can't calculate minutes. But that was a 2 minute thing, right? So yeah, me and my team finished the rest in record time and were able to submit it like 6 hours before the premiere. Okay, let me check the chat again for any further questions before we proceed with the next. Um, Let me see. I just want to make sure that I don't miss any question. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Why does this thing scroll? Can't I stop this from scrolling? Let's see. Okay, Okay, I think I found where I left off. What was your first reaction to 600 Strike? Oh my gosh. I was in shock. If you guys were in shock, I was also in shock. But the thing is, I was in shock, and I like, especially when Jay told me his vision for it. I was like, oh. And then with the finale, I was like, because oh, because the thing is, I knew I wanted to do the torture scene immediately. But yeah, I loved it. I loved it. What do you think your PNG's favorite food is? Oh, Scylla? My Scylla avatar? Because yeah, this is a Scylla avatar. I don't know if I can press the button. Should I? Yeah! It's my Scylla avatar. What's my favorite food? Whatever my own favorite food is. Chicken adobo. Let's see. Um, Jiggle Queen is not the trauma queen. My husband calls me Gwendy the God Butcher now. Because Gwendy the God Butcher for hire. Because apparently now it's happened twice. Christian! Oh my gosh! Oh, you're absolutely amazing, Gwendy. You and especially your team is hands down special. Thank you, Christian. Thank you so much, guys. Check out Christian's channel. They also react to epic stuff, and they also make their own music. Please go to their channel and support them as well. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Um, Star says, "I'm so glad Jay helped you out, though. Yes, he's awesome. Like, I don't think I would still be here if it hadn't been for him." Pneumonia is scary, been there before. Yeah, it was really, really scary. It was really dicey at one point. Um, let's see. Yes, Bitter Snails. Jay used to be a medical student. Yes. Let's see. It's nice that all creators agree on a specific design for each characters. Uh, oh, yeah, about that. Initially, like I think it was during the Thunder Saga, or like when it first came in, Jay didn't really have like one solid what you call this design for the characters yet. It didn't change until this saga, the Vengeance Saga, wherein if you notice, all the characters are consistent when it comes to the design. And I actually was the one who updated the concept design of Hermes. I'll show you more later on because that's one of the questions. I actually did review all these questions beforehand. So one of the questions does pertain about the character designs. So let's leave it for later. Let me see. Yeah, Nicole, pneumonia is scary. I'm getting my vaccine as soon as the doctor says it's okay to get my vaccine. Um, Sleep does not exist. No, it does not exist. Hello, Marnie. You're dying. What part of the challenge do you plan on animating? Oh, guys, this is a spoiler stream, by the way. Okay, this is a spoiler stream. Thunder edits. I actually do already have like an animatic for the challenge. You can check it out in my channel. It's like the full demo already. Which song is your favorite in the Vengeance Saga? That's the thing. I'm so biased. Whatever it is I'm working on, that's my instant favorite. But definitely, it's sometimes it's a toss up between Dangerous and 600 Strike, but specifically 600 Strike, the torture scene. It just goes so hard. It just goes so hard. Oh, Chloe, I'm so sorry that you had to go. I was supposed to answer your question, but yeah, I will be editing this entire video so that way it'll be shortened and we'll focus on the questions. So the 600 Strike, did Odysseus specifically stab Poseidon 24 times? No, he stabbed him 8 times. But if you count the 3 barbs, then yes, it's 24 times. Not the ocho ocho dance, Christian. Let's see. The ocho ocho dance, yeah. Let's see. Gwendy decided to 600 Strike the pneumonia. Gwendy, you literally inspire me so much. Thank you, Bitter Snails. Yeah, it was really a tough 2 weeks, but we made it. Gab says, when you first listened to 600 Strike, did Jay already tell you the context of the song, or did you listen to it blind first? He was talking to me, and telling me the context and showing me the script at the same time while the music was playing. So it was like basically he was telling me the story and his vision for it. So I already had an idea about what was going on. So no, I did not go into it blind. Jay was there to help me all the way. Um, let's see. Um, I know the windbag was supposed to be like a jetpack, but it just looks like Odie's. Um, that part I really did enjoy it because I'm such an anime enjoyer. I guess there's just some certain limitations. I mean, no shade to the animator. I know that they did their best, especially with the time that they had. Uh, I feel like there are limitations to 3D which are not as you know there are more limitations to 3D versus 2D, especially when it comes to time constraints. But I do believe that they got the point across. Um, let's see. Yeah, first I was like, oh, and then, hello, Silver Muse. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. My voice is just not as good yet, but yeah, I'm feeling great. Uh, thank you, Rio D'Angelo. What do you want to do for the Ithaca saga? Hmm, Odysseus. Like because I already like just because I already did an animatic for it, and Jay saw that animatic, and yeah, I want more. I want more blood. I need more blood. But who knows? Who knows? I like. I'm still screaming for blood. But we'll see what happens. I don't know yet because we haven't talked about it yet. Ariel says, I'm right now writing. Wait, 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 wait. Wait, 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 wait. Where was? I think I lost the chat again. Um, I'm right now writing my show, and your animations amaze me. So for a bit, makes me want to put you in it. Oh, I'm definitely open to. I'm still for hire, you guys. God butcher for hire. um, dangerous or get in the water. Oh man, why'd you have to ask me that? I'm sorry, get in the water. Hi Hermes, I love you, but I do love get in the water. Hello, Shalom. um, which songs from the Ithaca? Yeah, I already said this that the top song that I want to do is Odysseus, but I don't know what Jay's gonna like present to me. What was the hardest shot to animate for the live stream? If you count both Vengeance and the Wisdom Saga. If you count both, the hardest one would have to be the spin shot of Zeus while he was attacking uh, Athena on that stage because it required a lot of thought and a lot of teamwork between me and Dromisu, who did the visual development and the backgrounds. So we had to like stay up for several nights working on okay, how do we do this? Because we need to make sure that this spin shot looks legit. Otherwise, it just looks choppy. So there was a lot of special effects that went into it, a lot of back and forth between me and Dromisu, and it was a lot of work. Is what I'm saying. Um, I read something on something that explains how Poseidon was defeated. You know how video game bosses have moves which have a cooldown. Poseidon used his god move. Guys, I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is true. This is true. Why do you think Athena was defeated at the end? Because she used her god move. There's a cooldown period. She used what you call this her quick thought to try and get Aphrodite on her side, and then she had to fight Ares, and she actually like literally this is something Jay told me. Um, she literally had to break through Ares's quick thought. So by the time she got to Zeus, she was already significantly weakened. So this although Jay didn't confirm this with me, he confirmed that part with Athena with me though. So although Jay didn't confirm this with me that Poseidon used the god move Shatter the Ocean, yes, there appears to be a cooldown between powers. Like the gods will be significantly weaker while they're like trying to power up. Also, if you notice, like when the gods like they glow up, they glow. That's when they use their powers. In god games, when Athena was tanking Zeus's lightning bolts, she was glowing, right? Because that was her trying to defend herself, using what remained of her powers to keep herself alive. That's why towards the end, the light was gone. And then, like, this is legit facts, guys. And also, um, with Poseidon, towards the end of 600 Strike, the reason why he's glowing is he's trying to keep himself alive. He's using what remained of his powers to keep himself alive. That's it. That's exactly it. So, yeah, this theory, Sky JDC, it holds water. It holds water. It holds water. Anyway, was all the while you were in hospital, or was the incident halfway through? Um, oh, you mean like what happened? Okay. When Jay commissioned me, I was already starting to get sick. That was early September. I was starting to get sick. By October, when we started talking about the torture scene, I was getting really sick. I had a very bad ear infection. On October the 8th, I went to check. I still remember the dates. On October the 8th, I went for my first checkup with the ear doctor because I was already having fevers and my ear was really infected, uh, mostly because of the pressure and stuff, because I was sneezing and, a lot. And then by the 15th of October, I was already admitted to the hospital. So on the 17th, I started working on 600 Strike, like doing the rough animation. Finished the rough animation on the 18th. And then, yeah, I started working on and off with my team for the finished product. You gave us Hermes, yeah, because I can. What was your reaction when you first listened to 600 Strike and Dangerous? Dangerous, I already heard most of it, but when I heard and Jay explained to me what happened in the hidden parts, which is the first and the last part, I was really really excited. 600 Strike, Jay was there to explain to me all the way what happened, and I was like super excited because it's so anime, and I love anime and video games. Hello, Kyla Game. I love your animations. Thank you. I think I already answered that Yotam about what I want to do for the Ithaca Saga. Let's see. Uh, honestly, I also love 600 Strike. um, let's see. What's colder, Odie stabbing Poseidon or Polity's body or yours? I think I'm the coldest because I'm so willing to go for anything bloody when it comes to animations. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Heavily inspired from Attack on Titan. I think it might have been inspired from a Dragon Ball Z game. Budokai? I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me just drink some coffee. Let me see. Between Hermes dance and Odie's fight with Poseidon, what was your favorite to animate? Honestly, 600 Strike. Because just because I made some missteps with Hermes, I'll explain later on because there was someone who asked that question in the listed questions. Let me just check here. Oh, I got so many. These are not even follow-up questions. These are just question after question. But I don't mind answering you guys. I don't mind at all. Let's see. Just gotta scroll up. I hope you're going to work. It's actually titled like Odysseus now. It used to be titled King. But yeah, I do want. I really want to do it if it's offered to me, of course. Um, let's see. Let's see. Tita Gwen requires human sacrifice or a god sacrifice. I need god blood. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I'm having a bit of a coughing spell because I think I laughed too much. Guys, I need to catch my breath. Because here's the thing. I'm still not 100%. Mm, I gotta remember not to laugh too much. Hold on. Let me just check the chat. Do you know if OD was helped by a god like Ares at the end of the Vengeance Saga, or was the cause for that power up in 600 strikes? Okay, I can answer this. I will tell you right now. Ares never came up in my conversations with Jay. Not once. Except maybe for the Wisdom Saga, where we discussed about, drawing him in the audience. That's it. We never discussed Ares in the Vengeance Saga, and I know that's theory that a lot of people are really holding on to. I'm just saying that although Jay never told me, or we never discussed it, doesn't mean that it's not true. But at the same time, I really need people to temper their expectations. Because for me, I honestly don't think that's the case. That Ares helped. Um, Jay was also very particular about Hermes not helping, so it doesn't make sense to me why Ares would, intervene. Oh no, this is his behalf. It would make sense a lot more if Hermes intervened. But yeah, just make sure to temper your expectations because we don't want another disappointment with regards to Aeolus not being in the Vengeance Saga. Let's see. Um, Oh, the chat's not delayed, you guys. I'm scrolling up, okay? I'm scrolling up to make sure that I don't miss anyone. I'm not checking. I do see the screen here, the current chats, but I am catching up with the past questions. Because I really want to make sure I answer everyone's questions. What was your first epic animatic? It was something else. It was There Are Other Ways, followed by Done For, and I forgot the sequence of the other ones, to be honest. There's No Longer You, and then of course a lot of shit posts. There's Suffering, and I'm still working on my Underworld animatic, and I am working on the director's cut for 600 Strike. I'll tell you more about that. Um, let's see. Wendy was the Hermes rolling his arms based on the Zeus GIF meme. I literally made that meme. Yes, it is. Guys, Thunder Rizzer. I made Thunder Rizzer, and that was the entire reason why Jay was really adamant that I do that snippet of Dangerous. Like, because I was like on the fence about doing Dangerous, and he brought up Thunder Rizzer, and he was like, Wendy, I saw what you did with Zeus, and I saw what you did with Zeus, and I'm like, I can't believe that anyone could animate Zeus throwing it, like throwing it back. No, no, that wasn't his word. I forgot his words. Yeah, I can't believe that anyone could animate Zeus throwing it back like that. It's actually pretty good. And I almost fell out of my chair. And I was like, you saw it? He's like, yeah. So really, Thunder Rizzer is the sole reason I got Dangerous. And really the main reason why Jay really pushed for me to do Dangerous. And I was so honored, embarrassed and honored at the same time. So I decided, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So there's some callbacks there to Zeus's moves. So you actually see him rolling his arms, and then towards the end, before the twerking, you actually see him with his arms behind his head. That's from his daddy. Let's see. Let me check the chat. Um, I know you're telling the truth here, but there's always something in the back of my mind that doesn't want to believe you from some reason. Well, you're free to believe whatever you want. I'm just trying to uh, tell the facts as I see them. And yeah, although of course I can't reveal everything that I know. I know some stuff. Hermes' god power is super speed and stuff, and trickery and stuff. Um, Let's see. Guys, about Athena being dead, I'm just saying that that's the light going out of her was Jay's idea. And he did explain to me that her being lit up during the tanking of the lightning bolt scene was her trying to survive. You can come up with your own conclusions with based on that, but I can't say that he was very, very particular about Athena being discolored or desaturated when it comes to her colors. You saw that like when the light went out, her colors became muted. He had to ask me several times, "Can you mute it some more? Can you mute it some more?" So yeah, take that how you will. Um, do I think Athena survived? Honestly, I don't know for sure. I want to think so, just because I already spoiled myself with Ithaca Saga, with all the songs. But I did hear that some of the songs were cut, so we don't know yet what Jay has in store. Um, let's see. Let's see. Um, honestly, I did think that Athena would make a comeback in the Vengeance Saga. Hold on, you guys. Another coughing spell is coming here. So yeah, I honestly did think that Athena was gonna be in Vengeance. So Jay making that video, I think that was him trying to tell us, oh guys, temper your expectations. So yeah. Uh, let's see. Gwendy, your 600 strike did something to Nimbus in the Discord. Why? What happened? I was shocked to find that Charybdis was a female monster. Yeah, Charybdis is Poseidon's daughter. I think Jason and Poseidon is stronger in long range. So when yeah, that's true, Gab. Poseidon is a long range fighter. So when Odysseus managed to get closer to Poseidon, and I do believe that Poseidon was already weakened because he used Shatter the Ocean. He was able to overpower Poseidon. Um, I say it as Charybdis Sky JDC. Um, what is your favorite god that you animated? Definitely 100% Athena. Because I just love her design. I love drawing her. I love animating her. So yeah. Um, let's see. Still scrolling through the chat, guys, but I think I'm almost catching up. Almost. Um, I'm gonna try to read these faster. Um, let me see. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Uh, why did Jorge have to add qualities Eurylochus? Oh yeah, he told me about his vision for that. I'm like, oh my god, that hurts so much. How many animatics did you make for Jorge? Different Beast, the finale of God Games, Dangerous, and the finale of 600 Strikes. So that's 4. And we asked Jay for just ask him to do that. So, um, let's see. If I was Poseidon and you were Athena, how would you react? Like during the torture scene, I would say, "Ha! Deserve." I mean, those two have rivalry, so when Epic ends, is it going to be one huge animatic by all animators? I have no idea. I don't know what Jay has planned yet for Ithaca Saga, you guys. So we'll see. I love your OC. Hope you get better. Thank you. Um, yeah, we're not gonna talk about Eurylochus right now. I plan to do a live stream or a stream of him. Still, I know it's very delayed, but I do plan to do a eulogy for Yuri. Every epic song with a monster title is like the monster's name. Polyphemus Scylla Charybdis. That is why in the final song, it's Odysseus. Oh my god. I did not realize that, Yotam. That's pretty interesting. How am I supposed to greet the world with open arms in these conditions? um, I think people look for Ares because of the glowing red eyes, but that's just anime-esque effect, right? It is. One, it is. It's for effect, like it's a storytelling it's a visual storytelling device to tell you that this is not the Odysseus that we know. This is a different Odysseus. It's not that he is really literally, or at least from what Jay told me, it's not that he's like literally eyes are glowing and all that. It's really to differentiate him from the old Odysseus. Um, Also, it's very effective in my opinion. And also, I know some things that I can't reveal right now. So, you, uh, let's see. Do you know if there will be more songs in? I can also Simini as well. There's probably some cut songs that's coming in the cut song saga. Uh, yeah, there's a director's cut of 600 Strike. I'll explain more about it later on. Um, let's see. I'm not ready for the end of Epic either. Um, what's your fave song throughout the Vengeance Saga? The end of 600 Strike. Uh, let's see. Uh, let's see. You made Zeus sexier than he needed to be. These moves were so good, Hermes got jealous and got tired of stealing Apollo's cows. Yeah, I'm answering questions from the chat. But then every time, like, if I manage to catch up after the chat to the chat, I will be moving on to the next collected question. Let's see. Hello, I'm Wonder. Welcome again. Who do you think would win in a fight, Poseidon or Zeus? Definitely Zeus. I'm sorry. Zeus is like overpowered. Out of all the gods, which one is your favorite and why? Athena. Athena, because I love her journey. I love her journey, at least with Epic Athena. I love her journey from goddess to being more human. You know. Do you know what Hermes god move is? I do not. I don't think he probably does have one, but Jay hasn't told me. Um, yeah, Zeus and Hermes is sharing some dance moves. I'll probably make a video of the comparison one day. Uh, is different beast instrumental in 600 Strike? Yes. The moment Odysseus turns his head, that's the different beast motif. Um, would be funny if it was Athena team at the end of the last saga. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Let's see. So at the end of Trident scene in 600 Strike, you can hear the piano playing No Longer You very faintly. Why is that there? I think I know why. Jay didn't tell me this. I'm theorizing right now. It's because that scene is one of Tiresias's predictions. Like towards the end, like I see a song of past romance. Um, I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you. Because that is not the Odysseus that we knew from the start. If you notice, like, I see you on the brink of death. I see you draw your final breath. That is, get in the water, moving towards thunder. Because if you notice with the animatic, the old Odysseus dies there. Then he opens his eyes, and he's already the monster Odysseus. No longer you. So I guess that's why the No Longer You piano is playing there. Um, yeah, we are talking about 600 Strike and Dangerous at the same time. Hindi. Bye, Nicole. Sorry. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up to the chat. I need to make sure I really want to answer everyone. Um, hold on. Where was I? Um, I feel like people were expecting too much about Aeolus. I mean, I don't blame people because of course her motif was present. Um, but yeah, it's just her win back and her winions. Let's see. Herodes is Poseidon's daughter, yes, and his son is a Cyclops. He has like a lot of children. Poseidon is in fact the one with the most number of children of all of the Olympians. If you could have done any other song in the Vinland Saga, what would it be? Get in the water. I would do Get in the Water. Uh, Thank you, I'm Wonder. I'm feeling a lot better. It's just that sometimes I do have some coughing spells. Um, let's see. How can I explain your anime actor friends? I'm thinking, making sure. God Butcher. Hold on. Do you think in Dangerous when Hermes gave Odysseus the wind bag? He told him not to open the wind bag as a reverse psychology. Maybe like Hermes knew he would need it to get past Poseidon. Maybe. I mean, that's one way to look at it. It could be like he's giving Odysseus the idea that, oh, the storm is here. We gathered it up. It's not blocking Ithaca anymore. But if you open it and technically use its powers, wink, wink, um, you'll be able to survive, but you won't, um, you won't be able to go home. So that's a tough decision to do there. So let's see. um, when will the Ithaca saga come out? I cannot answer that. We're gonna have to ask Jay. Um, let's see. He's neither man nor mythical. He's a monster. Yes. Uh, Bye, Shalom. Thank you. Do you and Gigi talk since both of you do epic animations? Guys, I tend to not approach people that I admire because I'm like scared of what they will think of me. So the first interaction that I had with Gigi was actually when she commented on my J story video. That was our very first interaction. Although there is another epic animator that I have like had constant conversations with. But yeah. Will you reveal your secrets that Jorge told you after Epic has ended? Probably, but of course I'm gonna have to ask Jay if it's okay. Yes, Jay said there was gonna be a cut song saga. I really hope we got the song for Sutimini. Maybe in the cut song saga. Uh, let's see. Okay, I'm almost there. Where is it? I just want to make sure. Okay. I just realized Jay still hasn't revealed the rest of what the choir of No Longer You says, did he? He revealed unto me! I know what it is! I can't tell you guys. We're gonna have to wait for Jay to reveal it. Um, what was your least favorite thing to draw? Oh my gosh, this is a good question. The Hydra! The young Hydra is my least favorite thing to draw and animate. Oh my God, I hated doing that. It was so hard because there were four heads. Which god design is your favorite? Athena, of course. Athena, because even though it's a very complicated design, I had a lot of fun animating it. Uh, let's see. Uh, why did Hermes spin crazy? The spinning Hermes was all Jay's idea. Like it's in the reference video that he sent me. Except I added the speed. Like I made him spin like faster. Um, let's see. I saw. Let's see. Super random fun fact. From Kamalemzi. I was looking for a way to color the lines with the lasso tool in Clip Studio Paint yesterday, and there's this website that linked me to your tutorial from 4 years ago. Oh my god! Oh my god. Yeah, I used to make like Clip Studio Paint tutorials. I really want to see the frame of Hermes twerking where he like deforms. Well, he's right there. Guess the wind bag is an instrument now to trigger Aeolus' music, but then again, the area god of wind. So maybe the wind part of hence the motif being played. Yeah, that's technically right. Also, if you think about it, I think I posted a video about this in God Games. Athena got stripped of her godly adornments very slowly. She got stripped of the shield, the spear, the cape, the helmet, until all that's left is humanity, pleading while she's bleeding. Whereas Odysseus, who is like an inverse journey of Athena, dons or puts on and uses those god weapons. The god weapons being the windbag and the trident, and he essentially becomes the ruthless god, while Poseidon becomes essentially the human, the fearful human, begging for his life. Except Odysseus doesn't listen. Yeah, until it's too late, or not technically not too late. I don't think Poseidon's dead, to be honest. This is adding dramatic thunder effects watching his brother get beat up. That was Poseidon's storm though. It's Poseidon's storm. No, it's not Zeus who has the most amount of kids. It's Poseidon. Um, it's just that Zeus is more notorious. So if Odysseus is Hermes' great grandson, at least there's uh that's what I heard. Does that mean Scylla and Charybdis and Polyphemus his cousins and Poseidon is his uncle? Technically right. Because yes, Hermes is his great grandfather. Even in Epic, that's confirmed. Um, Let me see. Hold on, you guys. Another coughing spell. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Yeah, Poseidon has more monstrous children. Zeus is just a known womanizer. Um, Hydra in general yeah, it was very annoying to do. Not annoying, it's very really hard. Um, if you had a god move like Poseidon, what would you want it to be? A water horse. Also, I've noticed in Dangers before it came out that it used to have different lyrics. Um, I guess it changed. I'm not sure. Let's see. When some new epic songs come out, I record them and I sing over them. Okay. What epic song do you listen to the most? Warrior of the Mind. I think that's my girl. Are you friends with any of the epic animators? Yes. Aside from my team, of course. Um, there is one person in particular that I talk to. I can't, of course, like for privacy purposes, I can't reveal who they are, but yeah. Let's see. Let me see. I think I almost caught up. Let's see. What other hobbies do you have outside of animation? Hmm. Singing and photography. Although I haven't like picked up my camera in a very long time. Let's see. Let's see. What are you excited of in the Ithaca Saga? Everything. Everything, 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 especially the finale. I don't know if I get to do it, but we'll see. Out of all the epic animators, whose art style is your favorite? Oh my god, this is such a good question. Hmm. I probably would have different answers depending on the time of day. Uh, I admire all of them, but art style wise, huh? I'm a bit stumped. I would probably say Smulio, just because like if you're talking about like official animators, I would probably say Smulio because their style reminds me so much of Dragon Ball Z, and I'm such a big Dragon Ball Z fan, Dragon Ball Super fan. So yeah. Uh, I think that Kasaki needs to have a trigger warning. Yeah, yeah, definitely, for sure, it definitely needs. How do you feel about Aaron Alexander's voice of Insidious? We're friends in TikTok. I love, love, love his voice. And he's an awesome human being. He's really fun to talk to and interact with in the TikTok. Finally, guys, I caught up with the chat. So we're gonna proceed to the next question before before we took an hour for that. Okay, next question. These are a lot of questions. Okay, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna answer all of these questions here by Counselor Mary 6417, and after that, I'll try to answer the chat. Okay. Hey Gwendy, was the part before Odysseus started stabbing Poseidon based off inspired by the ending of Aang versus Ozai in Avatar: The Last Airbender? You're gonna have to ask Jay because that torture scene was entirely his idea. And I'm sorry, this might be a shock, but I've never seen a single episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't plan to change that anytime soon. I'm sorry, you guys. But yeah. Next question. What mythical creatures was Odysseus fighting during Dangerous? Okay, so the first one was a kraken or a giant squid. Second one was harpies. But I did ask Jay, how do I differentiate drawing the harpies and the bird sirens? And he's like, oh, just draw them how you want them and just have people either be able to look at them as either bird sirens or harpies. It's entirely up to the person who perceives those bird women. So, guys, if you think of them as bird sirens, if you think of them as harpies, it's like there's no one true canon about what they are. But Jay did like write them down as harpies, but they can be interpreted as bird sirens. The next one, I think it's a hippocampus. But Jay wanted like a unicorn horn added, but it's a hippocampus, a water horse, Poseidon's water steeds. The next one is not mythical; those are sharks. And then the final one is a young hydra. Um, what was your reaction to Jay's reference video for Hermes? I loved it so much. And the thing is, well, when I was like, he didn't offer uh, he didn't offer a reference video just yet, and I was like, I'm kind of jealous that others have like reference videos and I don't. And then like in a matter of hours, he sent me the reference video. And also another thing I can't reveal, he didn't just send me one. Not just well, for Dangerous, he sent me one. Wait, no. He sent me more than three. He sent me three reference videos. I cannot tell you what the other two reference videos are, but I will treasure them for life. But I cannot, unfortunately. I promise, Jay, I will not show them to you. But they definitely helped develop Dangerous. Which animatic was more enjoyable to make? 600 Strike was more enjoyable to make. How long does it take to animate and color all of it? Do your hands hurt? My hands don't hurt. My wrists don't hurt, thankfully. My brain hurts. And I already mentioned to you guys that it took me like almost an entire 2 months on and off working for both Dangerous and the 600 Strike. But 600 Strike finished in like 14 days. How early do you get commissioned to make them? With God Games, we had a shorter time frame, but we did have a longer time frame for Vengeance, but I got sick. So technically there was a lot more time crunch this time around. Because I was commissioned like back in September. How much of the song do you get to hear while making it, and how much of the saga are you in the dark about? Okay, for different beasts, I think I was one of the few people who knew about Suffering and Different Beast. It was only a 10-second snippet. He only gave me a snippet, but he did tell me what the events of Suffering and the entirety of Different Beasts were. But I was in the dark about everything else. With the Wisdom Saga, I was already spoiled with a lot of the songs. He did give me just the snippet of the finale of God Games. And then the rest, either I already knew from spoilers or I was in the dark of. The big difference is that this time around with a Vengeance Saga, I was already spoiled with I'm Not Sorry for Loving You. With Dangerous, Jay only gave me a snippet. And then he had me listen to the entirety of the album from Charybdis all the way to the torture scene in 600 Strike. And that was because he wasn't sure at the time about which second song I really wanted. I wanted to do. Like he was really adamant that I do the 25-second for Dangerous, but he also wanted me to do a second song. But he wanted to make sure that it's something that I am really passionate about. So after having me listen to all of the remaining songs, and he asked me, which one do you have like a calling to? And I'm like, the torture scene. And he was laughing, and then he was like, I can't promise that I'll be able to give it to you. I'll have to check with who else is available and who else is not, but I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And that's exactly what happened. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, you all did an amazing job. Best part of the saga. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I think there's very few. There's fewer questions that I need to catch up on. Let's see. Uh, Gwenny, do you have a fave voice in Epic? Oh my gosh, so too many to count. I mean, I love Luke Holt's voice. I love Tegan's voice. I love Mason's voice. Oh my gosh, I love Talia's voice. Steven Dookie and Steven Rodriguez's voice. Armando's. I love everyone's voices. They did such a great job choosing the actors. I remember you. Okay, I remember you saying that you wanted to put some people in the crowd of God gives that you couldn't add because it was too distracting. Who are those people? I think I can answer this right now. Okay, there was a crowd scene. Uh, I wish I could show you the video at the moment, but I can't. But there was a crowd scene wherein we see the back of the crowd. There was a pink lady, there was a green like Hulk guy, and there was lightning on the platform while Poseidon like attacked Athena, right? Um, I asked Jay, did you want me to put any other gods there? And he got pretty excited. I cannot tell you who the other god is, but I think I can tell you the other one, this one. It's the one dancing right in front of you guys. And the reason why I can tell you this is because Troy already made that video. It's canon that Hermes was in God Games. Come on, like he saw. Why do you think he said, I'm not the one who fought for you? He was there. He was supposed to be there. And it got to the point wherein I offered to design the other god. Because he said, oh, I don't have a design for this other god yet. Okay, come on, let's go. And we were starting to brainstorm, and then Jay caught himself. And he was like, okay, I think if we put Hermes there, people would be too distracted from Athena's plight. And it's true. People would be going back to stop and look at Hermes' back, watching all this unfold. But yeah, it's canon that Hermes was there in the audience. Another thing is that those other gods that watched, Aphrodite, Ares, and Co., they were originally not supposed to be there. I fought for them to be there, but Jay was really hesitant. So I was like, oh, okay, okay, let's just have some random creatures in the crowd then. But then he got back to me and said, okay, let's put the other gods there then. And that's why I got to draw the other gods. Because he really wanted everyone to focus on Athena and not the other gods. Which is very, very valid. So yeah. Let's see. How would you feel about like Antinous and Calypso? Oh. Well, the thing is, when it comes to like fan and stuff, it's entirely like I don't really judge, you know? Ship what you ship. Ship and let ship. And if you don't like a ship, scroll away. Stay in your lane. Don't attack people for it. Because I've been through a fandom, guys, that is so friggin' toxic that they would like dox and do, you know, a lot of nasty stuff. So I don't support that. I don't want that. So if there's something that I personally don't like, I just scroll away and not even give it the time of day. So if that's what you're into, go for it. I don't really care. Either way, as long as it makes you happy. Why do I feel like the other god is Hades? Okay, I can answer this right now. It's not Hades. I'm sorry. It's not. It's not Hades. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not Hades. But Hermes was there. Hermes was there. Okay, next question. Next set of questions from Madame Rosier. I think she might be here. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. For 600 Strike and Dangerous, but mostly interested in 600 Strike, what was your vision for it? Like, if you could have animated it exactly how you imagined it, what would you have changed? Let's start with Dangerous. I did not have a vision for Dangerous. And like I said, I was hesitant to take on Dangerous until Jay pointed out that, oh, I saw your Thunder Razor animation. And that's what really drove me to, oh, okay. All right then. I'll show you what I got. So I did not have like a clear vision of how dangerous it's supposed to go. So almost the entirety of that, except maybe for the part where he throws his caduceus and it turns into a necklace. Everything is Jace. The 360-degree spin of the boat, uh, the almost all of the creatures that he fought or Odysseus fought, almost all of the dances. That's entirely Jay. For 600 strike, I was given a lot more creative freedom, but that's mostly because Jay and I were both unsure if I would even make it. In fact, when he learned that I got sick, he was very, very insistent that I do not do it at all. Like I said, guys, we almost did not see the ending of 600 Strike because Jay wanted to leave it until the Ithaca saga because he learned that I was sick and it was like, no, you are not going to work on this. You have to, I do not care about the animation. I care about your well being. You have to rest and recuperate. And for me, I was touched, but at the same time, I took that as a challenge. I'm like, no, I cannot let Jay down. I cannot let everyone down. I have to do this. So that fueled my need to live. My will to live was ignited. So in 14 days, I finished 600 Strike. Um, there was a, I finished in 2 days from the 17th and the 18th of October. I finished the entire rough animation all the way to the end. It consisted of a lot of cuts and a lot of camera angle changes, and all the way up to the 45-second mark, or the part where, uh, the close up of the trident stab, which I did by myself, almost by myself. I think Nathan did one of the scenes or colored one of the scenes. All the way up to that point is entirely mine. Like the input that Jay had was how the scene, uh not exactly how the scene goes. It's more like how he sees the scene. Like example, like, oh, it's Poseidon. He's down. He's bruised up, not bleeding. He's bruised up, and the Odysseus is walking away, and uh, then the rest was entirely mine. You hear that sound? And then I think within a week before the premiere, Jay changed up something. He asked me if it's possible to for him to just do a reference video and then for me to draw over it. Essentially rotoscoping, an animation technique wherein you draw over a video reference. And he wanted it to be just one camera shot because he was right in saying that it was a lot easier, just one camera shot. We don't have to work on several camera angles, several colors, and everything is under silhouette, right? So we were able to work on it faster. So that was entirely Jay's idea. I'm just the instrument. Towards the end, like I can tell you right now, the drawing for Poseidon, like really effed up, like with bleeding and everything, was sent to Jay at 11:46 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, hours before the premiere. But yeah, um, so speaking of which, there is like after the 45-second mark, the rest was scrapped. But I did ask Jay if it's okay to use my scrapped animation for my own animatic. I will not be using the IP character designs, the official character designs, and he agreed. So I'm working on that right now. Is so essentially it is the director's cut of 600 Strike, the torture scene, and hope excuse me, and hope sorry, and hopefully I get to post it in a few days. I'm still working on it. Uh, let's see. And also in the end of 600 Strike, there's a flash of light where Poseidon says, "Please, do you have a clear shot illustration for it? Because if you do, please post. My life will be yours. Give me your life because I'll show you right now." I'm sorry, guys. Trigger warning. This next slide is quite brutal. So I don't know if I'm probably just gonna like speed through it. I'm like you can like screenshot it or whatever. You can just go back later on once this stream is back to public, because unfortunately I forgot to like put it like instantly to public, and this will go unlisted later. I'll change that. So trigger warning for fake blood. Fake blood. There you go. Sorry for not showing you a lot of the detail, but yeah, it's quite bloody. Quite a bloody Poseidon. Um, are you allowed to show unreleased sketches of early drafts? Yes, I am. I did ask Jay, is there anything specific that you do not want me to show? The only thing that he does not want me to show are the reference videos, but I can show you, generally show you a lot of stuff. So, here's a few of them. So this was the original idea for Poseidon's scene, that one shot. So the hand was supposed to be up. There's the pool of blood. The clothes are torn and bleeding, and he's quote unquote blinded in one eye. Not to say he was blind, but I did tell Jay that I want Poseidon to be blind in one eye. You know, just as a callback to the Cyclops, and also as a callback to like I'll take your son and gouge his eye, but in the end it's actually Odysseus who gouges out his eye or something like that. Jay loved the idea, so that's why like it's up to you to interpret whether or not Poseidon got blinded, but he definitely does not have his eye open. The hand up was supposed to be a callback to Athena, but Jay said that we can't have that because I want to focus on Poseidon. So this is like the final shot that was approved. So we ended up with Poseidon so weak that he's not even able to move up his arm. In fact, with the previous shot, I was supposed to like put his hand there because he's supposed to be keeping his insides in. I'm sorry. I know it's very brutal, but yeah. So with the final shot, we got him being unable to even move. So Jay was very specific about which parts were hit. So there were two particular things. Of course, the chest, the stomach area, those were definitely hit. But Jay was very particular about Poseidon being hit in the knees and also in the neck. So there was one scene there, people were right that they heard Poseidon suddenly silence and gurgling. That was when Odysseus stabbed him in the neck. Sorry for all the gore. Let me see if there's other questions here. Lastly, in Dangerous, was there a discussion about whether or not Hermes twerking was gonna stay, or was there no conversation and you just slipped it in? Okay, let me clarify what happened with the twerking. Okay, during when I was doing sketches for the rough animation, I asked Jay point blank, "Can I have Hermes twerk?" And at the time, I already knew about the Winions, so I was like, "Can I have Hermes twerk?" And Jay's like, "Okay, I'm gonna have to ask Troy, and I'll get back to you." A few hours later, he said, "Troy's okay with the twerking," so that's why the twerking is there. But I did try to hide it with making it very quick and hiding it behind the Hydra, but thankfully people still caught it. So yeah, not very good at hiding. Okay, now that that's done, I'm gonna proceed with the questions in the chat. Let me scroll up to where I was before. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about more about the creatures later on. Let's see. Oh, by the way, the creature on my head is a lotus eater. Uh, let's see. What moment from your animatics made you laugh so hard? Any moment from your animatics? Great question. Oh, probably Hermes twerking. I like. I was laughing so hard because I put it on like loop. I was laughing so hard. Hold on. Maybe the real Hades were the Brazilian. Um, let's see. Uh, who gets asked to do animations more? I honestly don't know. I mean, here's the thing, guys. If you think that, I don't know if like the other official artists have like a group chat or something that I'm not included in, but I'm not in any group chat with them. I have private conversations with one of them, and of course my team. But other than that, I have no idea what they're going through. I have like zero idea about how their experience goes with Jay, about what commissions that they're being asked to do. All I know is what's mine. Um, let's see. I'm particular friends with one of them, and of course my team, of course. Where did you get these instrumentals from the stream? I just found them on YouTube. Just search for like karaoke, Epic the musical karaoke, and just found them, and then Uh, let's see. Uh, let's see. I hope in all of the sagas that Jay would commission people to make character posters. That would be awesome. That would be cool. Um, yeah, dude, the part where Jorge stabbed his throat and Steven gurgled. Yes, he was gurgling. He was choking on his own blood. um, let's see. Actually, this gives you an idea. What if Odysseus twisted? He did. Guys, Odysseus did not just stab. He twisted. If you look at Jay's, the thing is, I had a hard time, uh, capturing the twist of the trident. But look at the Jay's video again. He twisted that trident. It's just that I had a hard time applying it because if you notice, like the trident was very consistent all throughout the animation. That's because that's just one file. That's just one drawing, and I just added keyframes, and my assistants just moved the trident frame by frame. So there was really actually no time to animate the twist of the trident, but it was twisted. It really was. Um, I'm sorry for giving you all these gory details. You guys asked. I'm just here to answer. What do you think lotus tastes like? Like rainbows and butterflies. Um, like holy moly. Polish Dolphin asks, "Hi, I'm actually starting with animatics. So the question is, do you start with a storyboard and how do they look like?" This is an awesome question. Um, I'm the type of person who skips the storyboard panels. The storyboard panels, you guys, are like comic book panels, wherein there's just still images in boxes on what the key scenes are. I skip that entirely. I go directly to animation. Because the thing is, I have this thing wherein when I hear music, I see the movie in my head. And so basically, that's already my storyboard. I don't draw the storyboard because it's for me it's just gonna be extra time that I could have been doing animating. So yeah, I head straight to animation. Uh, hello Mariana. You're in the third question, although I did answer several questions already from the chat. From the chat. Um, Poseidon Jiggles, Quinn B29. Check my epic shitpost playlist if you want Poseidon Jiggles. Let's see. Thunder Edits asks, "Do you think Odysseus will kill Antinous first, like in the Odyssey, or is it gonna be an epic duel part?" Honestly, if okay, I'm not saying like in the Odyssey, Antinous was killed first, but if I were Jay, I'd kill him last or somewhere in the middle. Like I want that death to be like at a later part, I guess. Just because I want to hear more of Aaron's voice. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah. But we'll see what Jay has in store. Uh, how did you find out about Epic also when? My some of you guys who have been constantly in the live streams know this. It's my cousin Julia. Love her so much. She was the one who introduced me to Hamilton, and then when Epic came out, she was there almost from the very start, and she was really like adamant that I like listen to the songs. So I listened to both the Troy and the Cyclops saga, and I'm like, oh, these are really good. Where are the other songs? And she's like, oh, we have to wait for them. Oh, and then finally, the Ocean Saga was released. We listened to that, but I didn't become a really huge fan until the Cersei Saga, until I saw Jay and Talia's video. So that was around February, right? And until I saw Jay and Talia's video, Julia showed it to me, and and I was like, I should make an animatic for this. I feel like I should make an animatic for this, and the rest is history. In fact, after I posted that animatic, Talia was the very first one to of the Epic cast to comment and interact with me. So I'm so grateful to her. Um, let's see. Oh, the throat, it wasn't twisted. It was just buried in there. But he twisted this stomach and the knee, I think. um, I'm attempting to teach myself how to animate. Do you have any tips or input? Um, know the 12 principles of animation. When I first started out, someone was kind enough, a person who worked on Dragon Prince, was kind enough to reach out to me because I was posting my very rudimentary animation work, right? And she told me, I see potential in you. I want to help you. And then she gave me my first online copy of the what was that book? Uh, Animator's Survival Guide. And I started learning the 12 principles of animation. I also managed to get like into scholarships, online scholarships, and also got into a studio where I learned even more and more. But really, the basic really is in order to transition from an illustrator into an animator, you have to learn the 12 principles. As in, you really have to. And yeah, best of luck on your journey. Uh, let's see. Any anatomy tips for drawing? Oh, there's a lot to encompass when it comes to anatomy. There is a website called oh crap, I forgot the name of that website. Line line something. I'm sorry, I really forgot the name of the website, but I used to like study anatomy there. Like, um, the website will show you line of action. There it is. Line of action is the name of the website. Once you like, it shows you a picture of a model, and then you're given only a certain amount of time to draw that model in that pose, and it will teach you to have like um, muscle memory on how to draw anatomy. So of course, the longer you spend time working on your piece, the more accurate or um, the more accurate your drawings are. And in the shorter time, it basically gives you a power up, in my opinion. So line of action is the website. Um, have you watched the Odyssey from the 90s? I've seen snippets, but I haven't watched the entire thing. What's your favorite saga? I have this thing about recent saga syndrome, wherein the recent saga is always my favorite. um, I've been eh, yeah, 12 Principles of Animation Weeby. There's a lot of tutorials online, especially in YouTube. Go check it out. If okay, Polish Dolphins asks, if you had all the time in the world, what song from Epic or some other musical would you like to animate in such super detail? Oh wow, great question. Very good question. Huh. Huh. Right now, I would say there's a couple that immediately come to mind, and that's the entirety of 600 Strike, like from start to finish, like even from like all the way from Get in the Water all the way to 600 Strike. Um, and then probably for another musical, and I am planning to do this. Um, Mortals and Fools from Death Note the musical. I'm planning to do it. Hermes dancing also to Ocho. Okay, guys, let's proceed to the next question. Oh, wait, I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Cho Shashi asked, how much of the animation was Jorge's idea and how much was creative liberty from the animators themselves? I'd say it's a majority, uh, well, probably almost 50-50, depending on the scene. With Dangerous, okay, let's start with Different Beast. Different Beast, all the scenes were uh, Jorge's idea because I was still like new, right? That was like our first collab together, so I had to look to him for guidance. For Wisdom, he had I had a lot more creative freedom with Wisdom Saga, a lot more. With Dangerous, most of it is Jorge's idea, and then with the finale for 600 Strike, the first 45 seconds were all mine, then the rest were Jorge's. So that one is 50-50. I think it really depends on the song. Let me just check the chat again. Someone mentioned Death Note the Musical. I love Death Note the Musical. So Lago, I'll be making Mortals and Fools once I have time. Let's see. Hello, chat. Hello, Fayrain. Okay, let's proceed to the next question. This is from Pia Bobiles. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your names, guys. Hey, yo, Gwendy, here are my questions. Did you use Dragon Ball Z as like a reference for the Poseidon animatic? I did not this time around. There's a lot of Dragon Ball Z references with Wisdom Saga, but this time around for 600 Strike, there's none. No reference to Dragon Ball Z or anything like that. How was animating Hermes breaking it down like... I love it. Oh, one thing I can tell you guys. Hermes was supposed to be twerking in the very first scene. But Jay said, let's leave the crazy parts towards the end. So instead of like having him like twerking at the very first part and flying to the screen and kissing the screen as a transition, we decided to like put the twerking scene towards the very end. Yeah. What was your favorite parts to animate? The twerking scene. And also the entirety of the torture scene. I'm sorry. I'm of two minds. What characters did you design? This is an awesome question and one that I already prepared for. So here it is. Here are the characters that I designed. Let's see. Of course, we all know Beast Mode Zeus. This is based off of Samantha Does Arts, I think. But Samantha Does Arts had the black outfit for Zeus, the black and gold. And then I redesigned Zeus to fit the new God games with having him wear all white. And also made him buffer. And I simplified the beard because I think Samantha Does Arts has like really detailed, fine beard for the stuff. And then I also added like the lightning bolt hair, lightning bolt eyebrow, and all that. So this was the design that was mainly used by the other animatic creators as well. And then the next one, I redesigned Hermes. The original design, I forgot, I think it was Gilia who did the very first Hermes design, which you can see, by the way, in the live stream during Wouldn't You Like? So I made some changes. They just told me to like try to copy it, but at the same time make some changes. Initially, we did think about a longer vest, and then the wings were supposed to be a bit different. The color was supposed to be a bit different. But I went for a more 80s vibe, all in all. So that's why right now the shoulder blades are not very flared up, right? But I changed that for the animation. So you can see the caduceus necklace is already there. So even then, I had already planned for the caduceus to be like, it's little, right? And then, so the general look here is a tracksuit because he's like speeding up and stuff. And of course, we have the winged sandals, but I changed that as well from the original to make it look more like sandals, but still keep up with the same color. Green, Jay didn't tell me why it was green, but I think it's because it's a trickster color, you know, like Loki. We did have a hard time with the hair initially. It was supposed to be a lot more detailed, but I told Jay, oh, hair is notoriously difficult to animate, so we have to simplify it. So we decided finally on this type of hair. Also has an 80s vibe that we're looking for. So yeah. And then, of course, an Odysseus redesign. Um, so Jay gave me, I don't know about the others, but he did give me like a young Odysseus design, but he wanted the colors changed and some aspects changed. I think from the young Odysseus, the only thing that retained was the sandals. The rest, like I made sure we made it look more like Jay. In fact, some of the original designs had like a really older looking Odysseus, but Jay wanted the design to be more um, ambiguous when it comes to ages. So we got a little bit of haggard looking Odysseus. We don't know exactly what age he is at this point. The colors, yeah, the colors is Athena's colors. You know, that's Athena's cloak. Not saying that it's Athena's cloak, by the way. It's just that it's the Jay wanted a callback to Athena. That's why that's the color that you see there. Uh, so even then, Odysseus was relying on Athena's guidance and blessing in a way. Let's see what else we have. Oh yeah, we're proceeding to the next question later on, but first I need to check the questions in the chat. Uh, oh, Joe, I answered your question earlier. You might want to check out the live stream once it's. I think I'm gonna like you know do some breakdowns of this very soon, but you can check the live stream again later for when I answer your question. Maylee, hello. Thank you so much. Uh, Techniflower, yes, my recovery is going well, thankfully. It's just that I keep coughing. What's a sclera? Sclera is the whites of the eyes. Example, my model has black sclera. Oh, this just has like white, of course, just like a normal human being. Um, I think it was a young Odie from Warrior of the Mind. I forgot who designed it. It might have been Gia. I'm not sure. Uh, is it okay to ask if you were to design any Greek god except for the gods mentioned in Epic and add them to Epic? Who would it be? Hades. I like Hades. Um, what does the different beast motif actually mean? Oh, it's just the motif for when Odysseus is like, a monster. Um, is this a yes? It's an instrumental. I found it on. I found it on YouTube. I just typed like, uh, Vengeance Saga karaoke, and then it just popped up. So that's what we've been listening to on repeat. Okay, next question. Next question here. In my opinion, the ending of 600 Strike was your best animation. Thank you. And currently my favorite epic animation hands down. Do you agree? I both agree and disagree. I say that I disagree on a technical standpoint. Animation wise, I still do think that my animation for God games is superior because there's just so much work that went into it with the backgrounds and even with the shadows. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the shadows there in God games is a lot more detailed. That's because it's a frame by frame thing. Every single frame has a different drawing for the shadows, manually drawn. But with 600 Strike, because we were so short in time, I was able to use the shadow assist feature in Clip Studio Paint. And then after some edits, does turn out good, but it just doesn't have the same feel as the God Games animation, which had manual shadows that I personally did. Uh, but also, I agree with you that 600 Strike is one of the best works that I've ever done because I did it with my team within 14 days, 2 minutes and some seconds in 14 days. And I was able to utilize new softwares, new techniques that I'm so excited to continue using. Um, so making 600 Strike uh, definitely helped boost, in a way, my know-how when it comes to post-processing and the speed of which I can do things. Um, okay, now let me check the questions in the chat. Um, Wendy, you should collab with Casper for a Hades vid. I already did. If you notice, like the Hades video that he has, I'm the one who made it. He commissioned me for that. Um, you didn't answer me this before, so I'm asking again. What do you think about the theory that Hermes knows it's a musical, so he's just playing along and having fun with it? I honestly won't be surprised. I honestly won't be surprised. Mel, member for 3 months. Thank you. Hi, Gwendy. How are you feeling? I hope it's better. What is your favorite song out of Epic so far? Great question. I would still say that my favorite is Warrior of the Mind. Up until now, that hasn't been toppled yet. Not yet. um, Thunder Edits, do you and Mortius talk? Yes. Yes, we do. So do you talk about stuff of future epic stuff? We do not. I am very careful about the stuff I talk to about Mortius and Casper. Because they are reactors, and it's part of their job, of course, to go in blind. I will never tell them about the stuff that I'm working on, never tell them about the future stuff, because I do not want to ruin the experience for them. We do talk about collabs. So, Casper and I already did a collab, Mortius and I already did a collab, and hopefully, cross fingers, we will have more collabs in the future. But yeah, they're really fun people to talk to. They're really fun. Uh, I don't know where the questions are coming from. Who would you like to collaborate with in animation? Oh my gosh, such a great question. There's a couple of people that I'm thinking of at the moment. I already mentioned Smulio because I know that Smulio works on storyboards. Um, like the Scylla storyboard, I was so impressed with that. And Ilianzis was the one who did the animation. So those two people as well, Ilianzis and Smulio, because Ilianzis, I'm very impressed by their art style. Smulio, because I'm very impressed by their storyboard work. Um, but at the moment, I am collabing, of course, with my team, and I'm so grateful for them that um, they're able to basically do the stuff that I don't have time to do, and they're very much, you know, here's the thing. Dromisu, essentially my right hand man, wasn't into Epic until I told him, okay, can you help me with this? Excuse me. And then he started listening to Epic, and now he's a big fan of Epic. He makes his own animation, a little bit of animations and drawings here and there. Kamalemzi was already into Epic. They make great animatics. You should check out their channel. Nathan Kwan and Novi are also new to Epic, and they got into Epic because I like had them join the team. So yeah, it these are like I couldn't ask for a better team, to be honest. Um, I was thinking when I saw the stream. Excuse me. Sorry, you guys. I know it's pretty late. Okay, we're gonna proceed to the next question. Okay, this one is from Mad Rose 26. If I remember right, Jay made a video of the dance references for Dangerous, and Odysseus was supposed to have some dancing bits with Hermes too. Just curious what made the change of plans. I think I know where the confusion lies. Because with Jay's video, you saw the part Hermes to Odysseus, Odysseus to Hermes, and so on and so forth. That was actually the transition points. It's not that Odysseus was gonna dance. It was the transition point of the spin. Like when it was like Hermes to Odysseus, so the camera was closer to Hermes, and then it transitions to the raft spins around, and then goes to Hermes, right? And then spins around again from Hermes to Odysseus. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but that was basically my guide, so that way I'll know when the spin happens, what creatures Odysseus is fighting, and what dance move Hermes is doing. But there are some change ups here and there in the final product. But yeah, those instructions were for me. Sorry for the confusion, you guys. Let's check the chat for any questions. Now, let's see. Uh, any thoughts on collaborating with Gigi? That would be awesome because she can do a lot of spin shots. Oh my god, spin shots are so hard to do. Oh my gosh. I'd love to learn that technique. um, let's see. Okay, wait. Why is the chat not accurate? Why am I seeing a different chat here and a different chat here? Let's see. Okay, maybe I'll just check the chat that's on screen for me. Do you think Hermes is best with the Aeolus and that's how he got the wind bag? Honestly, like if I were to headcanon this, I think he stole the minions. I think he stole the. I don't think that her Aeolus like would be very helpful, and he's just like, "Oh, come on, minions, let's go and get the storm." And the minions were like, "Only if you give us Molly." And then Hermes is like, "Only if you teach me to twerk." Okay. So are you making Thunder Edits as are you making a whole video of short of all the questions we asked or just a few? I'm gonna check. I think I might like chop it up and see which questions are the most relevant. And some questions might be repetitive already with the answers. So I'm gonna need like probably a week to post these. So I'll probably like post like snippet after snippet. Do you have a story with your art style? It is much more realistic than wait. Do you have a story with your art style? It is much more realistic than other animators. Oh, yeah, here's the thing. I started out as an anime exclusively anime artist. And then one day I decided I want to try realism. So I started doing Marvel and DC Western stuff, right? Um, so I did that for a time. And then at some point, I managed to combine the two styles anime and Marvel comic, DC's comic style. And that's how I developed my style. But it took me years. It took me so many years to develop that style. And I wasn't even aware that I was already developing a new style until people pointed out, oh, this kind of feels like the 90s or 80s Sunday cartoon thing. Oh, this kind of feels like semi-realism. And so, yeah, I was not aware that I had developed a style beyond anime. So, the thing with that is that I'm very particular about how I do certain face parts. Because with anime, if you notice, all they change pretty much are the hair and the hair color and the skin color. The eye shapes, the nose shapes, the mouth shapes, they're all the same, right? For a lot of anime. So what I did to remedy that is each character that I do have different eye shapes, different nose shapes, and different mouth shapes. Well, not too much with the mouth shapes, but definitely with the eyes and the nose. I'm very particular about that. So I guess that's how I managed to pull myself away from what I grew up with, which is the anime style. Yeah. Uh, I love how Odie he's spearing the sharks in dangers. He's not spearing the sharks though. He's whacking them with the oar. Let's see. This is my first live stream. Do you do drawing streams? And so if do you do one where you design all the Olympians? I do drawing streams. Technically, I do animatic drawing streams, and I will be doing that very soon because I am working on the 600 strike director's cut. So expect me to do another live stream wherein you can see me actually animate or no polish what I already have. Um, let's see. Versus the Apollo no Aeolus minion. I mean, it makes sense, right? That he would steal the Aeolus' minions. Okay, let's see. Next question. Oh, that's a lot of questions. Okay, I'm gonna answer all of these and then I'll check the chat again for more questions. This is from Froyland Dragon. I think I saw Froyland here earlier. In Jorge's BDS or behind the scenes reference video of our Dangerous, he marks the dances. Oh, this one I answered already. Hermes to Odysseus and vice versa. In the official live stream, only Hermes is seen dancing. I'd like to know if this was the original idea and was it scrapped or just used to bait us or get us hyped. No dancing for Odysseus. Those were instructions for me for when the spin happens. So yeah. Was it Jorge's idea to add so many creatures in one sequence, or was it yours? Which one was your favorite? It was Jorge's idea. Uh, as for the creatures, he was not decided on two of them, and those two are the first one, and I believe it's the third one. So what he really was decided on was the harpies or bird sirens, however you look at them, and then there's the young hydra, and also the sharks. Those three were his brainchild. The kraken was my idea, or the giant squid. The hippocampus was his idea. Initially, I tried Cetus, the Leviathan Greek monster, but he was so massive that it covered up uh, Hermes and Odysseus. Like, it was supposed to be a chase scene between Cetus and the raft. But when Jay saw the initial raft, he was like, "Why is Monstro the whale there?" Monstro the whale is that from the Pinocchio movie, the old Disney movie. And so yeah, also initially, the way back, he wasn't decided at all on what the creatures were supposed to be like. So we just threw everything at him. Like I was even like, oh, should he go back to the land of the Lestrygonians and he would dodge the boulders that were being thrown by the Lestrygonians? And Jay was like, that's kind of tough, and he's really far away from the Lestrygonians. And hubby suggested, how about pirate minotaurs? He did think about it, but of course we didn't go for it. Um, so we basically went with creatures that could possibly, reasonably, be in water. Next question: which one is your favorite? My least favorite definitely is the Hydra. I really enjoy the harpies. The colors for the harpies were done by Dromisu. I really enjoyed doing the harpies. I'm curious about the implications regarding the 600 strike finale because in your usual style, only the irises are red, while in the official live stream of the animation, Odysseus has the anime stylized eyes, red. I'd like to know what creative decisions were made to make that jump. Oh, um, Jay didn't tell me this. I'm just assuming. Because with the first time we see Odysseus with red eyes was in Different Beast. Officially, we see him with red eyes in Different Beast. I believe at that point he was not fully monster. Yeah. I think that's right. I think that's actually right. He was not fully a monster yet. Jay was very specific that it was because, like I told you guys earlier, he made me listen to the entirety from Charybdis all the way to the end of 600 Strike. Um, he did tell me that the time after Odysseus quote unquote dies, he wakes up and he's fully a monster. And that's why his eyes are fully red. So yeah, that's the explanation. Okay, number 4 question. Tiny detail I like in 600 Strike Finale was that it was dark to avoid gory visuals. But in the final shot during the lightning flash, revealing the damage Poseidon, his eye is seen to have been darkened. I'm not sure if this was a lightning thing or that the implication is Odysseus actually stabbed his eye out, which goddamn would be super cool. As always, I appreciate your work for this community, mabuhay. You guys want to see? I know I showed you some gory details, you guys, but yeah, trigger warning, trigger warning. But I did say earlier, I presented the idea of one-eyed Poseidon, and Jay agreed. So, there you go. Fake blood! Fake blood! Fake blood! But take a good look. Take a good look. Because only one eye is glowing. Also, Jay was very, very particular about that one eye glowing. He was very particular about that. It even got to the point that he was saying, you need to make it glow more. That one eye, it needs to glow more. So there you have it. Look at his neck. Before I read out the next question, I'm gonna check out the chat. Um, Productivity Corner of Jess. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome to the live stream. The 600 strike animatic was amazing. You did such a good job. I love your animes. Thank you so much. Uh, okay, Paul Dolphin is another question. Have you seen some of Athena's designs, like Iranaki or Kikshari? I actually have not. If we're talking about the only Athena designs that I did see, okay, I saw Aniflamas, I saw Gigi's, of course, I saw Wolfie's. Of course, I saw like the official designs that were designed by Murchie, and I think Gia as well, Julia as well. So yeah, um, let me check. I'm just gonna scroll through the chat. Um, Puddle Boy, he's sitting on a puddle of his own blood. Whenever I saw the Harvey Bird siren design, I can't stop thinking of Mulawin. Because it's true, it's inspired from Mulawin. I'm not even kidding you guys. Filipinos will know this. The bird sirens, the harpy, whatever you saw, is inspired from Mulawin. The little feather on the top, that's from Alwina. Try to take a screenshot of the Bloody sign, but twerking Hermes is in the way. The original high, not to be intrude, but are those instrumental versions playing in the background? They're on someone's YouTube. Oh, it's from someone in YouTube. I don't have special access to any instrumental. You can just search Vengeance Saga karaoke or Epic the Musical karaoke. You should find it. Um, okay, Fayren asks, I'm kind of confused though because people have told me that Athena did not die and actually survive, but some people say she died. What really happened to Athena after God Ways? I am as much in the dark as you guys. I can only theorize as well. Jay didn't tell me. All I know is that yeah, he wanted the lights out. He wanted her color to fade, and I was too scared to ask what the future holds. Let's see. Uh, well, so I don't know if you can say the name of the AU. Oh, I haven't seen that one though. I haven't seen that one. I'm pretty new to Tumblr. I know that people have been saying it's in Tumblr, but I haven't seen it. Um, Raider Chaos asks, what's your first impression of the torture scene in 600 Strike before you started working on the animatic? I wish I'd captured my reaction. Gosh darn it. I was in shock. Um, although, here's the thing. They already told me that there was going to be a torture scene. Before, like, he made me listen to the entirety of Vengeance Saga a month ago, and then he's like, oh, I just have to tell you, there's a torture scene towards the end. And I'm like, oh? I was like, oh? And then he made me listen to it, and I'm like, my mouth was hanging open all the entire time because my imagination was going on overdrive. Jay was very quiet while I listened to it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is such a shock. And then when the line came, that very cold line, next to my wife, I'm like, ah, that is gonna be the most iconic line of the entire saga. And I was right. People are quoting it left and right. um, do you watch Mortius's videos? Yes! Yes! In fact, I'm subscribed to Or. I used to be subscribed to Mortius. It's just that I'm having a bit of financial issues. But once I work that out, I'll be subscribed to Mortius again in Patreon. But I am subscribed to him and Casper. I mean, them and Casper in the Or Patreon. So yes. Yeah, I definitely do. I watch them a lot. Like every time. Every time they have an epic video, boom, watch. And if there are any musicals of theirs that I'm interested in, I watch. Let's see. Hello, Edith. You missed a lot of questions. um, my fave theory is that Athena is in Apollo's infirmary. Wait, Apollo is Apollo like a medicine guy? I thought it was Hermes. Well, I don't. Oh, both. Oh, okay. Okay. Um, let's see. Uh, who is Mortius? They keep being mentioned. Mortius is a reactor in YouTube, and uh, they react to a lot of epic stuff, animatics, and also they react to a lot of musicals and musical movies, along with Casper. They're two really awesome people who are in the epic community, and yeah, check out their channel, you guys. Mortius, or was it official Mortius? And then Casper CF Entertains or Casper Fox Entertains, and also Open Arms Reactions. Gotta check out Open Arms Reactions. Um, were you into Greek mythology before you discovered Epic? Like, had you read the Odyssey? Honestly, I was not super into Greek mythology, although I've had to read the Iliad and the Odyssey back in college because there was 2 years of college that I took wherein I majored in English, and in our literature class, we had to take up the Iliad and Homer's The Iliad and the Odyssey. But after years and years, I actually forgot about most of what I had learned. So my stock knowledge by then was very, very little, very, very few. So, and then ever since then, I've been doing a lot of research just to keep up, especially with overly sarcastic productions videos. That's really helped me a lot to keep up. Hold on. Just wondering what program do you use for animation, or like what do you recommend for it? I mainly use Flip a Clip, which sucks. Um, I highly recommend Clip Studio Paint EX. I know it's quite expensive, but they do say have summer sales, and from time to time they do have discounts. Highly, highly recommended. It's been used by other studios as well, not just in Japan but all over the globe. It's what I personally use, and I really enjoy it. There's a steep learning curve, but everything I learned through YouTube. So you should be able to uh, get all the knowledge that you need in YouTube, really. Um, Bye, Blue Ninja. Let's see. Epics are really crazy excited to read the Odyssey. Yeah, the thing is, not everyone in the world knows about the Odyssey. Um, in fact, it's not even taught in our high school, all the way up to high school, not even. The only time I was taught it was in English literature class for me majoring in English. That's it. Okay, this question, I wasn't able to read this one yet. So this one is on Wolfie Tricks. How do you feel after making the animatic and traumatizing a bajillion minions in the live stream? Um, okay, let me just answer that first. There's this feeling of fulfillment. I'm sorry, but I enjoyed people's reactions to the torture scene, especially. Um, there's this kind of sick joy that I take from it. Um, P.S. My tribute to the God Butcher is just saying this. Bring it on, Vengeance Saga. I get the power of God in anime on my side. Okay, next question. Quinn the Winion. Hey Gwendy, love all your animatics, especially Dangerous. Who decided Hermes was gonna twerk aggressively? Whoever did was a genius. Have a great day and a very early Christmas if you celebrate. Um, it was me. It was me. Tell everyone it was me. But no, seriously, I did ask Jay, is it okay for if I make Hermes twerk? And he says, I'll have to ask Troy. And he asked Troy. A few hours later, he got back to me and said, yes, Troy is okay with the twerking Hermes. Let's see. Next question. Creative at 14. For the dangerous animatic, what was the process of deciding which monster Odie was going to fight? Like, did Jorge already have a list, or did you decide as you went along? A little bit of both. Initially, we did not have a list. He said he was going to get back to me with a list. Um, that's why, and then when he got back to me, he was decided on the harpies or bird sirens, however you want to look at them. He was decided on the sharks. Uh, he was also decided on the young hydra, but he did look to me for suggestions on the other creatures. Uh, so the kraken was my suggestion. He liked it, and that's why you see it there. The hippocampus was his idea, uh, and yeah, it was a collaborative effort. Um, let's see. Let me check the chat. Is it- Let me see. I'm just gonna check the chat. There's a minute. Not Shane's, is it only me or Poseidon suffering sounds so satisfying? It's very musical to Odysseus' ears. Um, let's see. Yeah, it got the Troy stamp of approval. My friend told me that Epic the Musical was Hamilton in disguise. Um, Technically, yes, if you actually listen to the Cut Song Saga as well. Um, I'm not sure about helping make an animatic. I can give tips, for sure. I can give tips. What's your opinion on 3D animation in Epic? Uh, it's a new thing. It's definitely a new thing. I do feel that it would be better if there was a lot more time allotted to it, because 3D animation is no joke, you guys. It is no joke. I tried. I tried. It's so hard. Oh my gosh. Especially if there's only a few people working on it, and in such a short amount of time. Plus, it requires so much rendering time if your PC is not powerful enough for it. So, yeah. Let's see. Any tips I want to get into animation? Learn the 12 principles of animation. Learn the 12 principles. If you want to transition from an artist, an illustrator, a still image artist into animation, you have to learn the 12 principles. I learned that the hard way because I started animating and I didn't know the 12 principles, and my first few tries sucked. But yeah, 12 principles of animation. Go for it. Everything is in YouTube. Um, let's see. Did I already answer this? Yeah. Next question from Biblio. Oh my god, I love your animatics so much. Thank you. How did you think of the different creatures in the montage in Dangerous? I already answered this one. So it's a collaborative effort between me and Jay. Next, Azella and Friends. Hi, Miss Gwendy. Great job on the animatics. They look so good. Thank you. In Dangerous, whose idea was it to have Hermes' staff turned into a necklace? It was mine. I'm so happy that it made it to you, that Jay loved it enough to keep it there. And lastly, do you have a still shot of Odysseus in that one spot where there is a flash before he stabs Poseidon? If you do, can you post it? Thank you. I actually do. Indeed, I do. In fact, you see a little bit of that here in the background, but here it is. That one lightning flash before he picks up the trident, and we get to see him very angry Odysseus. And since there's no gore here, I can just keep that on screen while I check the chat. Yeah, Ibis Paint is a very limited program when it comes to animation. But Clip Studio Paint has all the bells and whistle. If you're planning to get Clip Studio Paint, make sure to get Clip Studio Paint EX and not the Pro version, because the Pro version only has very limited animation capabilities. Yeah, it's harder to show weight in 3D. There's a lot of, in my opinion, 3D animation has a lot more limitations than 2D. Cheers to Terry's for not spoiling it for us. Yeah, Hermes is just dancing in the corner. Okay, let's see. What's the next question? Chloe. Hi, Gwendy. My question is about lighting on 600 Strike. Unlike with the Wisdom Saga, where we got to see Athena's wounds, the lighting, yeah, or when Poseidon was stabbed with his own trident was dark and basically censoring things out. Was the reason why the lighting was done like that? What's the reason? To censor the gore. Seriously, it's to censor the gore, to censor the really to censor the gore. But let me tell you guys, there was initially a plan for like certain times of that shot for a lightning strike to happen and to illuminate the scene. We were working towards that, but then Jay decided, no, keep everything in the shadows, and then we'll just have one shot of Poseidon being so effed up, and there's one lightning strike, and you get to see all the damage. It's better, and Jay was right about this. He said, it's better to leave everything to the imagination of the audience up until the very end, where we saw one lightning flash and we saw Poseidon being so bloody. And it's a very, very effective technique. I'm gonna admit something. When Jay presented to me the idea of the single shot, almost minute long torture scene with no camera cuts, I was hesitant. Because in my film class, I was taught that Every 15 seconds, you have to change the camera shot or else it will get boring. But rules are made to be broken. And in this case, to great effect. Because that scene went on for so long, and it wasn't just a looping animation, it was the consistent movement. People were glued to the screen, unable to look away. And I told Jay, you are a genius. I admit that I had my reservations, but I'm so glad that you pushed for this. And so, yeah, that's why we got the torture scene like that. Let me check the chat. Why and when did you start animating? If we're gonna talk like really like years and years, I started animating when I was 15. That was the first time like I started animating in. I think that might have been a very old software called Corel Photo Paint, and it had like a rudimentary animation segment of sorts. And but I didn't start getting serious until 2020 during the pandemic, and I got my first uh, like s- training, serious training around 2022, and also a job in a studio at 2022 as well. And I've been professionally animating ever since. Um, Bye, our take. Thank you for staying so long. Thank you. Will Poseidon die though? Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know that for a fact, but I don't think so. Cute lotus eater on your head. Yes, thank you. I think the darkness is 600 strike plus the white shot for the torture scene adds to the atmosphere. That is correct. It does. Okay. Next question from Editor of the Gods. First, congrats, Gwendy, on the amazing finished product. Thank you. Second, it might already be in here, but I am not scrolling to see. Did Jorge send you a reference video of himself for Hermes dancing, similar to the one for 600 Strike, or no? Um, so the reference video is in his YouTube and TikTok and all his platforms, the video sharing platforms. But the twerking was technically based on his attempt at twerking in the Thunder Saga promo, where he tried to dance the Thunderbringer. But I actually had to look up Ocho Ocho for a reference video, just to add that little bump in the end. So next question from Book Nerd Girl 13. How long did each section of Dangerous and 600 Strike take to animate? Was one more challenging than the other? Love all your animatics. Um, I don't know. I don't really calculate it by section. I calculate it by the time start to finish. So, like I mentioned earlier, um, Dangerous took around 2 months almost, while 600 Strike took 14 days. Um, Also, I made like I mentioned earlier that I made a lot of misstep when it comes to Dangerous because I got too ambitious. Initially, Dangerous started with a 2K or 4K resolution canvas, which caused me to have like a hard time rendering, and it took 17 hours to render just snippets. Um, and I was also sick. Also, there were some issues with the just the entire process because I tried to use Blender in a 3D background, even though I didn't know jack about Blender. So that was a mistake. So I managed to course correct in time to submit everything. Hello, Moon Goddess Nat. Okay. Um, but yeah, definitely Dangerous was a lot more challenging, just because I made so many mistakes along the way. Next question, the Clover Star. Hello, my question is how was it like during the animation process of both animatics? It was a challenge. It was a challenge. Oh my gosh. Especially Dangerous. I made a mistake. A lot of mistakes with Dangerous, but thankfully Jay liked the final product. Um, Jay overall is a great person to work with, the best client I've ever had the pleasure to work with. Um, but I enjoyed working on 600 Strike more than I did with Dangerous. Uh, yeah, I'm Filipino. Ow and loud and proud, Pinay na Pinay. Next question. Emma Dillard, 4360. Hello, Gwendy. I have a question concerning Poseidon's blood. Oh no, here comes the Icor question. Since Athena's was red due to her figuratively changing from a selfish goddess to a selfish human, does that mean Poseidon is changing from an arrogant god who doesn't know pain to a humble human being who has empathy? I wouldn't say that he has empathy, but if we're gonna look at it in a metaphorical kind of way, like if we are looking at Athena's journey from metaphorical monster slash goddess to a metaphorical human, I would like to think that for Poseidon, he's like a monster, a ruthless god, but then he's stripped off of his godly adornments, mainly the trident, and now he became a fearful human. And I think that kind of correlates a little bit to him fearing Scylla and avoiding Scylla, because to feel fear is human, and he doesn't want that. That's why he avoids Scylla. At least that's what my where my headspace is at. So that's why Zeus does the bush. Yes, that is correct, not Shane. That is correct. Next question. We're moving through these questions faster now, guys. Oh, Queen B. There you're here, right? Queen B 29. Was seeing Odysseus' one red eye symbolic of Polyphemus as a way to show how he truly became a monster, especially in that moment, or was it an awesome coincidence? Great question. Jay did not tell me this, but that could very well be the case because he was very, very particular that the first time, at least with the torture scene, that we see Odysseus turn around with red eyes, is that we only see like one side of his face and one eye. So that could very well be correct. But Jay didn't tell me, but I think what you are saying holds water, is what I'm saying. Let me check the chat. Poseidon got humbled. Yeah. Do you think that Hephaestus and Aphrodite had a relationship in Epic, kind of like Odyssey, where Aphrodite and Hephaestus are married, but Aphrodite had an affair with Ares? Honestly, it would be kind of weird. Given the fact that Hephaestus is played by Jay's dad. I mean, I don't know. Jay never told me if that's canon in Epic. So yeah, I honestly don't know. Next, Cryptid. I just want to know where you or hopefully all of your team in the live stream watching 170,000 people of us losing our collective and was that satisfying or weird or I think Dromisu was there. I think Kamalemzi was there. I think Nathan was there. I'm not sure if Novi was there. I definitely was there, just watching and waiting. And I enjoyed people's reactions. Definitely enjoyed people's reactions and enjoyed watching people freak out. Especially since nobody knew I was doing a second animation. Bye Thunder Edits. I have become with Hades. I hold water now. Hold on. Okay, next question. And we actually reached the very end of the question because this was the very first question that was asked earlier. So yes, we are final. Oh, sorry guys. Oops. That was my original Hermes design, by the way. Sorry about that. So we have finally reached the end of the questions that were being listed here. And I really appreciate you guys for staying as long as you did. And let me just bring back a little something something over here and over there. So yeah. Hello, Brad. Yes, I am feeling a lot better. I was losing my mind the entire time watching it over. I actually like refresh the YouTube a lot just to see who else is reacting, and then I fast forward it to the torture scene to see who else is there. Well, how else people are reacting. Bye, Mythology Girl. Well, it's the definition of bisexual disaster. That is correct. So, hello, the silly goose. Oh my gosh, we just ended our Q&A. But if you have any questions at all, guys, if you have any questions that you have been holding back from answering so I can keep up with the chat, I appreciate it. And please feel free to ask because we are now in open forum area. Feel free to ask. Do you think Ares took over OD as Athena didn't make an actual appearance? I mean, the red eyes and things like after God Games. No, I do not think so. I think I already mentioned this earlier. Jay never and I never discussed Aries throughout the duration of our work in Vengeance Saga. So that doesn't mean the Aries theory is not true, but I would like to say for people to temper their expectations because we don't want another Aeolus in Vengeance Saga disappointment in our hands, you know? Uh, which is more nerve wracking, the days before the Wisdom Saga or the days before the Vengeance Saga? Definitely the days before the Vengeance Saga! Oh my god! Because with the Wisdom Saga, we were able to submit it on the exact date of the deadline, on the dot, 5 days before the premiere. But with the Vengeance Saga, guys, like I said earlier, Dangerous was submitted on the 29th of October. And 600 Strike wasn't submitted, the final file wasn't submitted until 6 hours before the premiere. It was so nerve wracking. Um, but yeah, my team and I worked tirelessly for like days and days just to make sure we made it. And we did, thankfully. Of course, with Jay's guidance, because he was always online because apparently he didn't sleep. I'm very excited to see your 600 Strike animatic. I'm very excited too. So do watch out for my live stream when I make that. Just make sure to check out my YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all that, just so you'll be notified when I do. Exactly, Gab. Why would Aries help OD? I honestly don't understand. However, I cannot reveal it right now. I do know some stuff. Um, Nothing that's solid. I do know some things that Jay discussed with me. Nothing solid, but it made me theorize on my own. Um, can't reveal it, but maybe after the epic is over, I can reveal it. um, let's see. Aries theory is cool, but that's understandable. I'm so thankful for answering questions. I hope you are going to make more animations for Epic. Hope so too. Oh, let me see. What happened with Athena? We don't know yet. We do know that she's definitely not in the Vengeance Saga. So there's only one saga left. We're gonna have to wait and see. Did you dance while watching Dangerous for the first time? Yes! I did! A lot! Did you see the meme where Poseidon gets stabbed by Odysseus and then becomes a housewife? What? What? I did not. I'm gonna have to find that. No, I can't because we can't send links through the chat. Jay's haunting us with Polytheus' death. If you notice Polytheus' voice is fading, notice that? You can barely hear him. That's because Odysseus is starting to forget how he sounded like. Um... Do you know what the rest of the No Longer You chants are now that the Vengeance Saga is out? Yes, the silly goose. I know exactly what they are because I'm nosy. I asked point blank what the last one is. The last remaining one that's still a mystery. And I cannot tell you. That's the thing, I can't. Because unless Jay reveals it, I don't want to preempt him. But yeah, I do know what it is. Uh, let's see. Uncharted waters. So, if you guys have no more questions, we are gonna slowly wrap up. There is one thing I can share though as well. So of course we know that I did the God Games animation, and Athena's, with the iCore and everything. Jay and I really worked hard to depict the iCore as best as we could. Gold is the popular media trope for the iCore, but for Epic, it's red with flecks of gold, glittering gold. So if you want to check that out, you can check the Trident scene, and you will see gold glittering there a little bit. And then also the clue. Nobody got it until I pointed it out, actually. That in Zwist's album cover, look at the blood on the rocks. There are flecks of gold in that blood. That is the one indicator that the blood does not belong to Odysseus. Um, let's see. Is he? Uh, Ares called out Odie for not facing battles head on, so he had no reason to help Odie. Yeah, true. Guys, the red eyes, it's not from Ares. I can confirm that. I know it's from. I know where it's from. It's not from Ares. Another thing I can say is that the red eyes are a visual representation of the Odysseus as a monster. Um, yeah. I don't want to reveal too much. I'm sorry. I can't. It's not from Ares. I can 100% say that outright. It's not. It's not. I know where it's from. I just can't reveal it. Um, let's see. Uh, let me just check. Uh, Windbag jetpack. Yep. Uh, I want to see Hermes dancing boot. I might make a video of that one day. Okay. So guys, I'm just gonna like wait another minute for you guys to like send in the last bit of questions, and then before we end the stream, I am going to play Dangerous and the 600 strike for you. You just want us to suffer, ain't you? Seriously, I do know. Um, Not 100% confirmed, but the way it was told to me was that it was told to me like almost like in passing, in a way. It's like, oh, I really like how you did like da 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 because da 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 da. Let's see. I thought that Ponzi's voice slowly fading away meant that Odie was losing the philosophy that they taught him. It's more like he was slowly losing his memory of how Polity sounded like because it's been so long. That happens, you know. Um, what are your thoughts on Calypso? Oh my gosh. I think there's so many thoughts that goes into that, but I will summarize by saying you can sympathize with the character without necessarily condoning their actions. That's all I'm gonna say about it. The memes made by I don't think I've seen those. Um, has Jay commissioned the art for the next saga? I'm not gonna answer that. Why didn't Poseidon just run away? He couldn't. He couldn't. Um, Jay didn't tell me this. Like I said, I'm also theorizing based on what he's told me. Someone pointed it out earlier in the live stream that whenever so remember in God Games, I'm gonna reiterate this. In God Games, Athena used her quick thought. She fought Aphrodite and then Ares, and then used quick thought again to break through Ares' quick thought. She was using all her powers by then, so there's like a time wherein she's weak. So by the time she got to Zeus, she was already weakened. That's why what happened to her happened. And then with Poseidon, he used his ultimate god move, shatter the ocean. So by the time he was done, he was weakened considerably. And then, so Odysseus was able to overpower him because Odysseus was basically reborn into the monster. And Odysseus only, like, so that's pretty much why Poseidon was defeated because he was already weak. Like, it needs time to recuperate those energy levels, you know? So, and then he's bruised up from all the strikes. So yeah, he couldn't run away because he couldn't move. Let's see. Um, Also got the backpack idea. Bye, Edith. Um, Side of me I mentioned was made. Oh, okay, okay. And I think that's it, you guys. I think we can end the stream here at 2 hours and 34 minutes or so. Thank you so much for joining me for this epic animation Q&A of the Vengeance Saga, in particular about Dangerous and the 600 strike finale. I really appreciate the people who sent in their questions, and I also appreciate everyone in the chat for sending me some very awesome and thought-provoking questions. I had such huge fun hanging out with you guys today. So I really hope as well that you enjoyed your time with me. Expect more live streams from here on end, except maybe if or when I'm working on the final saga. Cross fingers that that happens still. So yeah, I am gonna be playing and um, Dangerous and the 600 strike finale back to back before I end the stream. So and yeah, I'm definitely feeling a lot better, and I will see you in future live streams. Without further ado, here is the. Let me just pause. Sorry. Let me just pause the music in the background. So we are now going to be playing. Wait a minute. Where's Dangerous? Did I not put it here? Hold on. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so here it is.
It's gonna be dangerous, my friend. You'll need a mindset change for this. You cannot get away with playing safe for this. You wanna get home, put it all on the line and put your whole brain in it. Remember every trick and you're the name for this. You gotta treat it like it is the main event. You wanna get home, put it all on the line. Be dangerous.
Sorry, there's no volume. What the heck? Sorry about that. Hold on. Why was there no volume? Hold on, you guys. What is going on here? Can you hear it? I can't hear it. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna have to like redo this. Sorry, you guys. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry you had to suffer through that, you guys. I unfortunately forgot to reset this. I'm so sorry. Let me play that for you again. Properly this time.
You idiot. Can't you see? You sealed your fate just to beat me. You released my storm when you opened that bag. Blocked your one-way home. Now you'll never get back. You're going to call off that storm. Or what? You can't kill me. Exactly. Wait. How does it feel to be helpless? How does it feel to know pain? I watched my friends die in horror, crying as they were all slain. I heard their final moments, calling their captain in vain. Look what you turned me into. Look what we've become. Enough. All of the pain that I've been through. Haven't I suffered enough? You didn't stop when I begged you. Told me to close my heart. You said the world was monster. Didn't you say that ruthlessness is mercy upon our... All right. Please. After everything you've done, how will you sleep at night? Next to my wife.
And that's it. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I will see you again next time in my next live streams. This has been Gwendy from NS Studios. I will see you when I see you. Take care, everyone. Bye.